The Random Jottings of Donald J. from Nelson in Pendle. Baker in Blackburn, BBC Radio Lancashire Studios haunting manifestation. This radio station is haunted by a man who fell down a flower chute and snapped his neck in the days when the bakery once stood on the site. Once upon a time, in the bustling town of Blackburn, nestled in the heart of Lancashire, stood the grand BBC Radio Lancashire Studios. This historic building, with its rich heritage, had witnessed countless stories unfold within its walls. However, there was one tale that lingered in the minds of those who worked there, a haunting manifestation that had perplexed both staff and visitors alike. Legend had it that many years ago, long before the radio station came into existence, the site had been occupied by a bustling bakery. It was a place where the tantalizing aroma of freshly baked bread and pastries wafted through the air, enchanting the senses of passers-by. But amidst the busy kitchen, tragedy struck. It was a day like any other when a skilled baker, known simply as Samuel, was hard at work. Samuel was a dedicated and passionate baker, pouring his heart and soul into every loaf he crafted. However, fate had something sinister in store for him. As he climbed a rickety ladder to reach a high shelf, his foot slipped, and he tumbled backward, plummeting down a narrow flower chute. In a horrifying instant, Samuel's neck snapped, and his life was tragically cut short. His spirit, forever tethered to the place where his life ended so abruptly, found no peace even in the afterlife. From that moment on, the radio station became his eternal dwelling, haunted by his restless ghost. Though the exact date and time of Samuel's demise were lost to the annals of history, his spectral presence was felt throughout the building. Staff members would often recount eerie encounters, strange footsteps echoing through empty corridors, the distinct scent of flour permeating the air, and even the occasional glimpse of a shadowy figure passing by. One evening, as the clock struck midnight, the radio station's night shift crew found themselves embroiled in an unexpected encounter with the baker's ghostly spirit. The control room buzzed with activity as the host prepared to go live on the airwaves. Suddenly, a chilling draft swept through the room, causing the papers on the desk to flutter and the crew to shiver involuntarily. As the crew exchanged bewildered glances, the familiar scent of freshly baked bread filled the room. Their gazes turned towards the studio door, which creaked open of its own accord, revealing nothing but darkness beyond. A hushed silence fell upon the room as they anxiously awaited the next turn of events. Suddenly, the sound of footsteps grew louder, echoing through the hallway outside the control room. With each step, the crew felt a growing sense of unease. The tension reached its peak as the figure of a man slowly materialized, a transparent apparition, unmistakably dressed in the garb of a baker. The crew watched in awe and trepidation as the ghostly figure made his way towards the control room, his presence both haunting and mesmerizing. As he entered, a strange calm descended upon the room, as if Samuel's spirit sought solace in the realm of the living. With a ghostly hand, the spectral baker gently pressed a finger against a button on the control panel. The airwaves crackled to life, and a soft, melodic tune filled the studio, a tune that had not been played for many years. The crew, captivated by the ethereal presence before them, listened intently, their hearts touched by the melancholic melody. As the final notes faded away, Samuel's ghostly form gradually dissipated, leaving behind an air of tranquility. The crew members, shaken yet filled with a newfound sense of wonder, knew that they had witnessed something extraordinary, a connection between the past and the present, a fleeting encounter with the tormented soul finding solace through the medium of radio. From that day forward, the ghostly visits became less frequent, but Samuel's presence lingered in the memories of all who had experienced the inexplicable events at the BBC Radio Lancashire studios. The tale of the haunted baker became a part of the station's folklore, a reminder of the power of storytelling and the enduring spirits that inhabit the places we call home. And so, the radio station continued to weave its own stories, knowing that somewhere beyond the veil, Samuel's spirit found peace, his love for baking immortalized in the ethereal airwaves. By Donald J.